Okay guys, so today I just got in the Z1 off-road speed cleat for the Utilitrack of my 2023 Nissan Frontier Pro 4X. This is the cleat that Nissan sells. I think the truck came with a couple, and then I ordered a couple because I wanted a few anchor points in the bed of my truck. Then after doing some research, came across these and wanted to try them out. So this will be more of a kind of review, I guess not much of an install, but a review of this cleat. Just wanted to look at a few of the aspects of it. So just the size, the weight of each cleat, and then just how easy it is to take in and out of the Utilitrack. And then I'll just give you a kind of a look of what they look like in there. Z1 sells these 2 to a pack. So just talking about the price, Nissan, I think on a good day, maybe at Murfreesboro, you could probably find these for $40 a piece. Z1 sells these as a pair for about $55. So you're getting more anchor points for the same price when you go with Z1. I'll bring out the scale just to look at the weight. Okay, so I got my kitchen scale here. This is the OEM mount or anchor point, and it's coming in at 1.61 pounds, so about 1.5 pounds for that. And then for the Z1, just a tad over 0.5 pound. So weight alone, this is going to come in a lot lighter. So when I'm thinking about storing these, most of the time I leave these in the bed of the truck, but if I ever do have to take them out, it's nice to have something small and compact and light to store in the truck when I'm not using it. So that kind of brings me to the next part of this, is just measuring. This cleat from Nissan, it's about 6 3/4 inches long. Sticks out from the bed about 3.5 inches. And Z1 cleat much smaller from end to base, only about 2 inches, about 2.25 inches, and then width of it just barely above, or might be right at 2 inches. So size and weight, definitely am liking this Z1 cleat over the Nissan. I'm also thinking about maybe if I were to install the floor cleats, the floor Utilitrack system in my bed, this would be nice to have, just because I don't have these big bulky cleats sticking up from the bed of the truck. These would look nicer and be less intrusive when I'm carrying stuff that way if I end up installing the Utilitrack system. Okay, I just wanted to just kind of time how long it takes me to install each of these. So this is the one from Nissan. The way it's kind of designed back here, it's got a rounded off edge and then a sharp edge, and that just keeps you from, you can only install this by rotating it a certain way. So you just have to make sure that when you're inserting it, this is along the bottom, so that when you turn it like that, it'll go in. So I can't turn it the other way because of that hard corner, so it gets kind of locked up. Go this way. So I just wanted to time how long it takes to install and completely spin it on. All right, so maybe a couple seconds there run off, so maybe 12, 13. Probably could have been quicker on it, but I just feel like every time I have to take these on or off, I always struggle with that rotation of like, which way am I supposed to rotate it, left or right, to get it on or off. Notice this has these anchor points here on either side, and then this loop in the front. So maybe it's not a great, can't classify them as the same type of anchor, because this one's almost got 3 anchor points, whereas Z1 has 1. But all I ever really use this for is this front part here. And so, I am going to plan on keeping a couple of these in the truck, just because I do like the versatility it offers. So looking at the Z1, notice the back doesn't have those rounded off or squared edges. It's just one design, so it doesn't look like it matters which way you rotate it. And then it's got these notches on either side that are meant to sit on here. So I guess the difference with these two is it does have those notches here as well. But I find it doesn't matter where I mount this. I can mount it anywhere. I don't really have to necessarily match it on these notches. I think with the Z1, it's gonna have to sit on these notches. So you just spin it sideways. I just need to time myself. Sideways, kind of lock it in those notches, and then you just spin this clockwise until you feel it tighten. You know, again, take a couple seconds off. We're just starting and finishing, you know, maybe 8 seconds or so, and that's in there. I don't think to remove it I'm gonna have as much trouble. Yeah, it just pops right in and out. Probably not great. People might just make it, maybe it's easier to steal, but it isn't, you know, doesn't stand out as much as these other cleats do. I mean, just looking at them side by side, you can see one is definitely, I just installed that pretty quick, but you know, one stands out more than the other. And this is, again, all I really use it for is just this hook anchor point. So this is the setup I have now. I've just got the cleats, the 4 there kind of in certain areas, and I've just put those Z1s back there, so kind of evened it out. I think, you know, I like the Z1 cleats. I think if you don't have any cleats and you're trying to figure out what to get, I would get the Z1. But I also think like having a mixture is nice. Just having the 3 anchor points on each of the ones from Nissan's nice, but I also like the low profile. So I was talking about earlier, I don't have the floor rails for the old, from the 2nd gen Nissan Utilitracks, excuse me. But I'm thinking about it. So Z1 offers a kit. You can also look online for some people who have threaded some bolts through the truck bed and then placed the Utilitracks on the bottom. I think if I do that, I would want the Z1 cleats in there, just because they're so low profile. Just kind of would look and not be easy to manage around, move stuff around the bed if you had those big bulky Nissan cleats in. So again, I like them both, but I do definitely prefer the Z1 just for the weight, the bulkiness, size, and then just kind of the easier install of it. Guys, hope you liked that review and install. If you found it helpful, please feel free to like, subscribe, and comment, because any little bit helps. Thanks.